Hello there and welcome to episode 50. 50, that feels good to say. My rebranding WWE save. Where we have the Royal Rumble. Oh, what a show this is going to be. The Royal Rumble, 59,113 people fill into the Gillette Stadium, which I believe is in New England. I don't know my America reference. Is that not where the New England Patriots play? I'm not sure, but that's big. The Mysterios beat Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory in the pre-show. That's happening on my screen. But if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy. We've got daily Total Extreme Wrestling content coming for as long as I can physically muster it. But as I mentioned then, though, the Mysterios defeat Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory in 30 minutes 55 seconds when Dominic Mysterio pins Austin Theory with a quick roll-up, and the Mysterios make their first defense of the Cruiserweight Tag Team titles. Mysterio gets an 85, Ray gets an 85, Dominic gets an 87, Theory is 78, and Buddy a 77. 81, great pre-show. This makes me nervous, you know, Rumbles. Always make me nervous on this game. Oh, and our first Rumble is the Women's Rumble, and our 30 entrants are Bayley, Bianca Belair, Billie Kay, Candice LeRae, Carmella, Catalina, Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, Dana Brooke, Io Shirai, Isla Dawn, Jordan Grace, Kaylee Ray, Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Naomi, Natalya, Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, Rhea Ripley, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Tamina, Tegan Nox, Tenille Dashwood, and Zelina Vega. And the winner is Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair wins the Royal Rumble in 50 minutes and 28 seconds. Final four were Belair, Naomi, Riott, and Flair. And Naomi was the final eliminations. Riott lasted the longest. Charlotte got the most eliminations. But if you look at those final four, that's a very different final four than you'd expect. You'd expect Bayley and Sasha to be in there. You know, if you get me, you'd expect those two to be in the final four in a mix. But no, they eliminated each other early in my kayfabe telling on this match, but it gets 79 overall. Of course, Rumble matches are never great, which is why I always get nervous, because they have to be in the main event pretty much. 79 rating though, good stuff. The first match sees the Unknown 3 defeats Robert Roode with the 630 to win the Intercontinental title. Gets an 82 rating. Great stuff from the Unknown 3. Will we know who he is, though, by Smackdown in 2 episodes' time? Who knows? Tag titles on the line here as the Street Profits defeat New Element and the Viking Raiders when Montez Ford pins Eric with a frog splash, and the Street Profits win the Raw Tag Team titles, and Black Death hits 100. Black Death just hit 100. I think he is the first person to hit a 100 in this save. That is big. It was with the excellent chemistry, obviously. But Black Death is the first person to hit a 100 rating. Oh! The Street Profits are your new Raw Tag Team Championship. Montez Ford picks up the win, as you'd expect, with the frog splash. Montez Ford gets an 88. You know, he wasn't that far away from New Element's ratings, to be honest. 90 overall, though. Asuka makes Ember Moon tap to the Ember Lock. So after all of that fighting, which Ember did to get that Royal Women's title, she loses it at her first pay-per-view defense. Which I think, considering the entire story was her trying to dodge this match, I think that makes pretty fitting sense, you know. 88 rating. 6-man tag here in an exceptional match. The Dangerous Alliance of Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin and Roman Reigns defeat the Hurt Business, MVP, Bobby Lashley and Cedric Alexander when Brock Lesnar makes MVP tap to the Kimura Lock. Lesnar and Lashley don't do too much in the ring together, deliberately, because I'm thinking that's the Mania match. But Brock can tap out MVP quite comfortably. Gets an 89 overall, which is pretty good though. What's next? 8-man tag action. We've gone from 6-man to 8-man. As in a superb match, but not as good as the last one, which was exceptional. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson defeats The New Day, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Big E and Kofi Kingston, when Luke Gallows pins Chris Sabin with a bicycle kick. The 4 which started in this save in WWE, all in the 90s. The 4 which started this save in Impact, all in the 60s. We are building them up though. It's a 79 overall though, pretty good stuff. Triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's title as Sonya Deville makes Scarlett Bordeaux tap to the modified Go-Go Platter. And yes, the only reason Scarlett was in this match was so that Alexa didn't have to take the pin. Let's be honest here, Alexa's very... I don't want Sonya to lose the title yet, she just won it and she's hot as hell right now. But Alexa's also hot as hell. I sort of booked myself into a corner here, so I booked myself out of the corner. Scarlett Bordeaux came into the match because of the feud with Karrion Kross and The Fiend, meaning Alexa didn't have to take the fall. Perfect. Gets an 88 rating. Then, here's the other two. Gets an 80 rating as The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defeats Karrion Kross in a cinematic match, because that's The Fiend's sort of wheelhouse now, with Sister Abigail, and The Fiend makes his 4th defence of the Universal title. Oh, I think this might be our best match so far. In fact, we'll probably might check that after this episode. After this show, even. But Daniel Bryan defeats Adam Cole and Seth Rollins in a triple threat when Daniel Bryan makes Seth Rollins tap to cattle mutilation. Again, Adam Cole, the person who Bryan's in the feud with, doesn't take the fall. But Bryan makes his 1st defence of his US title. That's phenomenal. And not quite as good as the last match, but Tommaso Ciampa ends his feud with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre by making Orton tap out to Project Ciampa 2. That's a 93 overall, Ciampa 96, McIntyre 96, Orton 94. And that ends Drew's feud with these guys. 93. Then I believe it's the Rumble. Yes, it is. And the 30 entrants in this Royal Rumble are Andrade, Angel Garza, Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, Cesaro, Chad Gable, Dolph Ziggler, Drew Gulak, Grand Metalik, Jey Uso, Johnny Gargano, Kalisto, Keith Lee, Kevin Owens, Lindsay Dorado, Matt Riddle, Mr. Kennedy, Otis, Ricochet, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, Unknown 1, 3 and 4, Volta, and Will-O-the-Wisp. The final 4 was Cesaro, Gargano, Otis, and Unknown. And Otis is the last eliminated. Unknown, number 1, wins the Royal Rumble match. Cesaro survived the longest, was the Iron Man. Unknown got the most eliminations. And Unknown is your Royal Rumble winner. It's an H2 rating, meaning on SmackDown, the unknowns will unmask. What did we get overall? Oh, Angel Garza got a torn tricep. That's a bit of a shame. I'm sorry, Angel Garza. Good thing. And get an 85 overall. In a really good show. Oh, it is in a highest rated match. I can remember because the tag team match between Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss versus Sheamus and Nikki Cross got a 99, didn't it? Yeah, of course it did. My bad. I forgot about that. So we don't need to go and look at that. I remembered. But 85 overall show. What a first pay-per-view of 2021. I've been Ben Chapman. That was the Royal Rumble. And on SmackDown, we find out who the unknowns really are. And I've been waiting. This is a lot earlier than I anticipated unmasking the unknowns. But I think going into WrestleMania, I think the unknowns as a faction. They're not going to be the unknowns anymore. Let's say that. I've been Ben Chapman. Bye.